You know, do you still know how to work your mic?
What's up, buddy? Can you hear me?
And you still know how to work your mic?
Let me check, man. Let me make sure my audio is good.
Yeah,
So
make sure all your shit good,
I
cause
know. I think I know how to do this. It's like riding a bike,
motherfucker Desus and married marrowed me, fam.
bro. We ain't never took 2 weeks off before. We didn't took
Motherfucker,
two. We didn't took 2 weeks off before.
fucker Desus and marrowed me, fam.
I'm sorry, Bang. What's up, buddy? Did you miss
What that
me?
gotta do with
I
me?
miss you, man.
I'm sorry. I was reading the email seeing if it had anything to do with me. I'm all right, man. I missed you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't did the pod. No, it's not
Okay.
like it's been stuff that we ain't had to do, you know. No, it's been life
Yeah.
and stuff
Life
like
is
that. I'm arguing with my boss right now
okay.
because she told I so Hip Hop History Month. We're getting ready for Hip Hop History Month. It's in November, but we're getting ready now. And she says that she's a white woman, so she's not the demo of hip hop. But
Okay.
this is the same person who called me like at 2 o'clock in the morning to say that she met the Alchemist.
Okay.
So she is the demo.
Okay.
But I said, so is Iggy Azalea. Like she's a white woman. So is Iggy Azalea. And
Mm-hmm.
she thought I called her Iggy. She thought I called her that. I did not call her that. I
I
did not call
mean,
her that.
oh well, I mean, calling it Iggy Azalea might be a compliment. It depends.
No, see, what I didn't realize until I made that statement is that there's not a lot of there's white rappers that are male, and a lot that's female.
Mm-mm.
And the ones that are female is not necessarily ones that we gravitate to. We don't be like, hey.
Yeah, it's not good. I think we had Iggy, and then we had what was that other little shorty name?
The cat.
Krayshawn,
Oh yeah, we not
Krayshawn.
see now that's
Yeah,
digging a hole.
yeah.
If
You
I
know
would
what
have
I'm talking
said
about, though, right?
Krayshawn, yeah,
Yeah,
if I
yeah,
would have
yeah,
said
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Krayshawn, that been digging a hole.
Okay, yeah.
That been digging a hole.
And then
Damn.
the Catch Me Outside girl, she supposed to be like a rapper too, right?
That was digging a hole too. That would be digging a hole. And
Okay.
Krayshawn's friend, the white girl that was using the N-word. She's
Which one
another
is it?
one. I forgot her friend name, but she was using the N-word, and then black dude was like, yeah, she one of us, so she can use it. Like, fam, for real.
Yeah, the only white people that we see that's rapping nowadays are on TikTok, and they're lip syncing rap
Yeah.
songs, little
Yeah.
baby songs and shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
I follow you. I follow you. I follow
So
you.
yeah, it kind of hurt me, man, because she know I wouldn't do nothing like that. You know, I
Facts.
wouldn't. And I met Iggy. Was nice.
Mhm.
She was very nice and cordial. Even
Okay.
though I
When
was
was
looking
and
at
what
her.
part of her career was this when you met her? Was it when she was popping a little bit? Because at one point in time, Iggy had a little slight buzz. We're not gonna say she was like
Yeah, I
killing
think it was
shit,
like
but
2016. I think it
okay, that
was.
might have been around the time she was buzzing. She was
She
buzzing.
had a pencil skirt on, fam. She had a pink pencil skirt on and a
Yeah.
white top. And we got in the elevator, and I was like, "Damn,
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
That's about right. I
Yeah,
follow her on IG and I get it.
I get." Well, nah. See, now it's out of hand. Now
Is
it's
it?
out of hand. Yeah,
Is it?
she now it's out of hand, fam.
Have you
Like,
seen her? Have you seen her? No, no,
yeah, I
no,
saw it.
no, no, no. Have you seen her nudes?
Yeah,
You seen? Okay,
yeah,
like all right, okay.
yeah. Now I
Liam,
caught all
Liam.
that.
Okay.
Liam with me. Yeah, I caught all that, but nah, this was like now it's out of hand. Like, you know,
You think so? Think it's too much going
when
on
I
with the
when
body?
I when I met her, it was like in a great place.
Okay.
And then I saw the Instagram video and I was like, damn, did she do more? Ah man.
I know the new pictures that she got that's like leaked out on the internet. I think it was before the surgery though. Like before
Had to
whatever
be.
surgery that she's
Yeah.
had, those are like before. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, I
So
still like
yeah.
Iggy though. I like Iggy.
I mean, not lyrically.
I say she lyrical, but she was a decent rapper as far as like delivery and flow wise. I think she had some potential, but she didn't really have much to talk about though. I don't know. She wasn't put in the right situation with, I don't know. I thought it was gonna work out with Tip. Didn't work out when she signed with Grand Hustle at the time, but
Yeah, it was that the Sway interview really did it.
okay.
That really did it, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, hold Doug, AC. I will never call you Iggy, fam. Never call you Iggy, you know. But you are a woman who likes hip hop. You are the demo. All right, you are You are in the demo, fam. Like, white girls like rap.
Respectfully.
You know what I'm saying? Man, what's this 135? Because it's been a while.
Been 2 weeks, man. Been 2
It's
weeks.
been a while. Make sure
Bang
you
hit
ready.
me. Bang hit. Go ahead.
Well, let me rate,
ahead,
like,
kick it
subscribe, download wherever you get your favorite podcast at. Go ahead and get that merch too. And yeah, follow us on Twitch, YouTube at the What Digital. Gets a good amount of stuff to talk about. Yeah, I had hit you.
Bang hit me and was like, "No pod, rest week. I'm tired."
But
And
see,
then when he
go
hit me
ahead,
though,
go
when he hit me, I didn't think to tell him that. I was like, "Damn, we probably gonna end up taking 2 weeks off because I'm gonna be out of town." But I was also thinking like maybe I could squeeze a pod in before I leave. But then it got a little busy or whatever.
So reason why is because COVID hit the house again.
Oh, okay. COVID hit the
Yeah,
house.
that's why. Man, COVID hit the house again, so I had to play Mr. Mom.
Who got
The
hit
wife.
with the okay.
The wife
Wife's
had
still
that
unvaccinated, right? She's still unvaccinated.
No, she vaccinated.
So she is vaccinated now. Okay.
Yeah, it didn't hit as hard as it did last year when we were scared.
Okay.
But we had to deal with that. I had put on Facebook that BenX Now is the new pregnancy test. It is, because I had 2 boxes of those joints just to make sure that I didn't get it. I couldn't go to Atlanta though.
You missed out. You missed out on what was that? Birthday bash, right?
Yeah, man.
All right, dog.
Yeah, my boss's boss told me maybe it's not meant for me to go to birthday bash.
Sorry, bro.
Maybe it's not the case. I have to.
But you are going to SummerSlam this weekend, all right?
Yes, I am, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But yeah, didn't make it to birthday bash, but I was testing myself because my father and my uncle turned 66 last week, and they threw them a surprise birthday party. So within that surprise birthday party, I had to make sure that I was clear before I kicked it with the old guys. So that Saturday morning, I had tested myself, so I was clear. So I ain't had to worry about anything.
Cool.
So yeah, we had that. And it was still like a lot of work with me and the kids while she was down a little bit. So that's why. But I was, salty that I was not able to make it to Atlanta for birthday bash.
Sorry, bro.
And I'm pissed that we saw. I'm pissed that we saw.
What we saw do, bro?
Low key, I'm pissed that we saw. So we they gave out shirts and jerseys and stuff for the workers and everything. Atlanta always be looking decked out for birthday bash.
Yeah.
So I had a shirt ready for me when I get down there, and I couldn't make it down there, so they kept my shirt. Yeah, like I want my shit.
Just give him your address so he can send it to you.
And he was supposed to grab it for me.
Yeah.
And they didn't. I want my birthday bash shirt.
Yeah. We saw UPS and FedEx,
right?
And all them. They got, you could go there, package it up, and
it's not like I said. Fuck it. I'm not.
What kind of shirt? What kind of shirt is it?
It's a birthday bash shirt with your name on the back.
I mean,
it's simple.
It's like it was already made for you already.
Yeah.
Or it got your name on it.
Yeah. So as you see Liam in the back, with his pamper on and shit.
It's your shirt, so you're gonna have to get the shirt eventually.
Man, look, that's messed up. Like, that's messed up that I wasn't able to get my shirt.
I think you're gonna get your shirt back.
No, I'm not. He said they kept it.
Who kept it?
The market.
Oh damn.
Yeah, like come on, man, for real. Like,
oh, you might be butt out then. Damn. Sorry. Sorry. Well, somebody got to look. It's still in Atlanta, right? It's still down there in that area.
Man, they probably sent that shit to some kids in need, fam.
Damn.
My shit is with the Boston Celtics win the 2022 NBA title. Yeah, it's like my shirt is with them. Like,
sorry, dog. Sorry to the African kids over there. They get happy when the shirts come. Yeah,
that's
all right. Well, just look at it that way, then, man.
That shit was good. What's up with the daughter, though, man? No, you were out being a good dad.
Yeah. Summertime is still bowling season, and she had qualified for this tournament, this national tournament. It's called Junior Gold. It's hosted by the USBC United States Bowling Association, whatever, bullshit like that. Yeah, so they have a national tournament every year. There's a lot of scholarship money on the line for different age groups, U12, U15, U18, U20. All of these, young competitors, they come out and then, they bowl in one big tournament, and she qualified for that. So she's been practicing a lot. And, we went down there. She did a meet and greet with like a lot of the professional bowlers.
Who was down there that I know was Pete Weber?
Nah, Pete Weber wasn't there.
Oh man,
it's a couple bowlers from Chicago. That's like
what's
Willie
my man
Pop.
named Walter? What's Walter name?
Nah, Walter Ray wasn't there neither, dog.
Walter Ray Williams. Walter Ray Williams.
You know some of the old school guys.
I know them too, and that's
Norm.
It.
Norm Duke though.
Norm Duke. Yeah. I fuck with Norm Duke too.
All right, so Norm Duke was there though, and there was a couple other, mostly the younger. I see
Landon.
Yeah. It's the younger bowlers was there, so they went down there, registered, and I got to take pictures and stuff with all the bowlers and everything like that. So and she went out there for a week and competed. She bowled Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
My son gonna bust his shit.
No, that's what if he do then that's just normal, bro. It's supposed to happen.
Send that shit to America's Funniest Home Videos if you
He got to, because then he gonna know not to get back up there. They gotta bust their head one time.
Alfonso Ribeiro gonna get this work. So how'd she do, man?
She did pretty good. She did not, what we wanted, but she placed 65th out of 110 bowlers that was in her age group. So, it's good. That was her first national tournament. So she did okay. She had a couple good like 180, 190 games.
So wait.
Yeah, what happened?
Wait. So it was her first national tournament.
Yeah.
And
this is the first 65.
time
65th. Yeah. Out of 110 bowlers. So she kind of like, treaded in the middle.
That's dope.
That is dope. It's dope.
Real dope.
And the cutoff, I think the cutoff was like they took the top 16 and the top 16, and then they advanced, and then you go to another like advanced round, and then you bowl on TV. One of the girls, she actually bowled against this girl in a tournament prior. Her name is Kennedy Spears. She's 12 years old. She's from Glen Ellen. So that's right around here, and she placed second. She bowled on TV and she placed second. So once you make it to like the finals, they have it like on TV and everything like that. So shout out to Kennedy Spears. She placed second. My daughter actually bowled with her in a tournament before. Bowled on the same lanes with her. Like they was on the same lanes, whatever. Like they the same age. Well, she's a year older, but so yeah. But but that was dope. That was a good experience though. We was down there, it was in up in Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids is like, you could kind of say Grand Rapids is like down south, bro. There's nothing really around. You have to drive.
Grand Rapids, Michigan. Yeah, I know.
You have to drive a certain amount of time and miles to get to wherever it is you need to go. If you're going somewhere, the time frame of the drive is at least estimated 30 to 45 minutes, no matter where you're going.
Here come Trey again. Trey just don't care when I'm doing what. Wait till your mom gets back, fam. You see I'm recording, right? What we talk about?
Trey gotta hold it down while
look, and you know what was crazy? I said, "What did we talk about?" He looked at me like I ain't tell him nothing, and we told him on the pod.
Trey, you gotta hold it down while
Trey did go to his first basketball camp though.
How'd that go? Yeah, how'd that go?
We can't go. It's like no parents allowed because of COVID and shit. All that's like COVID stuff and everything. So yeah, so
they don't know we outside.
Man, but yeah, he went to his first.
How did he say it went?
He said it went good. I bought him a basketball so he could start dribbling and stuff. He ain't care. Like I bought them the basketball, and dude just opened the garage. Like I'm going outside, and I was like, "Fam, what are we doing here? Like, I just gave you a ball and you just go outside, fam. Like, what are we doing here?"
I like the ambition. I like that. So,
yeah,
he been waiting on that ball, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that was time. Now it's time to get buckets. It's time to get buckets now.
Yeah, but yeah, he got his first. I either have been partying too much, because part of the rest too was either I was partying too much and having way too much of a good time. I wasn't noticing things that was going wrong with me, because my levels, my blood glucose levels, sky the fuck rocketed.
That might be.
I I was at the levels I was when I was in the hospital, Jack.
So what are some of the things that they say happens? Well, what are some things that you're partaking in that makes your blood level
Well, the
rise like that?
first of all, the doctor looked at me in our virtual visit, you know what I'm saying, when he got my results, and he looked at me like, fam, you ain't taking your medicine or nothing? What the fuck is you talking about? And he was like, man, your levels is high. It's high, fam. Like, you know, my A1C level was at a 12 plus. That's not where it's supposed to be, Mike. It's supposed to be lower than a 7.
Okay.
It was not lower than a 7. It was not lower than a 7 at all.
So what are you doing wrong?
Man,
what are you partaking in that you're not supposed to partake in?
I wasn't eating wild like a barbecue here or that, you know, my birthday, you know, but so I probably was drinking a little bit more than I have been.
Okay.
But like eating wise, it wasn't nothing crazy or anything like that. It was probably like what I was taking, drinking and stuff like that. But I went and started doing all my stuff over again. So, you know, checking my blood glucose 3 times a day.
Yeah.
Again, like I had tested it the first. After that, I went to Walmart and got me a whole new level and the little, you know, lancets and all of that stuff. And the first one I took, that shit said 345. I said, God damn, I got to get this shit down. I'm going to have to go back to the hospital again. So that's been a work in progress. So I've been really on chill mode, trying to really get that down. It's not there yet, to normal yet. So I probably was not going to go to Atlanta either way it go, because the COVID shit happened, and that happened at the same damn time.
Okay.
So it's really, but I lost weight, and that's the other thing too. I had went to the doctor 3 months ago, and I was 321, and I knew I was, you know, I knew I had gained some weight. But then when I went back to the doctor, that same doctor visit where I'm getting the shots and shit, the doctor tell me, I get on the scale and I'm 307.
Okay.
I was like, what the how?
Okay.
Like I know what was going on, you know, 3 months in between that 3 months. So that's why I wasn't too shocked.
Okay.
As far as, you know, my levels being high. I just didn't think it was that high.
Okay.
Like it was, those levels were scary high.
We don't question God in those type of situations.
Oh,
hey, we get
it's a double-edged sword though, because you know, I knew somebody that's something similar happened, and then they had some issues happen. So I went from 321 to 307, and then when I had to go back like a couple of days later, and then I went from 307 to 304. But I knew I've been working out. Like, you know, this shirt right here that I have on right now definitely was not fitting the way that it's fitting right now on my face. Matter of fact, I had noticed when, you know, I posted up the photo for my father and my uncle's birthday, I had noticed my face was big that day. And it's smaller than it was that day, you know what I'm saying? And like my energy was better and all that stuff. So when he told me all that stuff, I was like, how? Like, I got more energy than I've had in like the past 6 months.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But nah, it's just me getting up in the morning, exercising and everything. Me, Vincent, who all y'all know from the pod, my cousin, his brother O, and our homie Inca, we all on the text group. And like, you know, O be at the gym now, and
get you one of these, bang. I had my wife had got me one of these.
I actually do more than that. Like
you a bad man.
Oh yeah, I gotta order me some more water. Well, no, I don't, because I bought the Ice Mountain. Because I know I'm going out of town, so I ain't really gonna go water heavy. But I go through water like that. That's why, like, I had to increase the water, the Evian, or the Fiji water that I ordered. So, but now I got Ice Mountain downstairs, so
it's that rich people water right there.
That is not rich people water, fam.
Fiji and Evian water is
not rich people water, fam.
For upper class. For high class.
It's for middle class people, fam. That's what it's for. It's for the middle class. It's not for the upper class.
People that have house on the hills drink Evian water.
I ain't got no house on the hill, fam, but I love Evian water. Like, look, I love Evian and Fiji water. I'm at a position where I can increase my well, not increase, but I
Talk
can
that shit.
afford to buy the water I want to
Talk
buy.
that shit. Okay.
Like,
Hey,
I'm in a place.
and you can buy it in
Oh.
bulk, so you can get a discount on it when you
I
get
go
it
to
in bulk.
Costco and buy it in bulk, man. But I'm at a position where I can buy the water I want to buy. I don't want to buy the Walmart brand, fam. I want Evian. I don't want the shiny. I want Evian or Fiji.
Okay.
All right, I can afford to get that.
I don't know about Avion, but that Fiji water is high. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. You can say.
Well, you know what? I can get one. All right, I can afford Fiji.
I could buy one. I could afford one once a week from the gas station. I can't get a case of Fiji water though. Hey, but you know, hey, while you were dealing with your health, I was dealing with my health as well. I had actually, when you told us that we wasn't gonna pod that first Tuesday, I was like, cool, because I've been nursing a hamstring injury. So let me.
Man,
no.
Oh
no. I've been nursing a hamstring injury. Let me tell you something though. I want to say this. No, let me tell you something. Okay, so I play softball.
Because I'm not. I mean, I'm joking with you.
No.
But I've dealt with hamstring and groin issues. This shit you don't want in your life.
Look, I'm glad we hit that. I'm glad we just have an honest conversation with the
can.
people. Let's have an honest conversation. I play softball on Sundays. I play organized softball. I play out in on the north side at Horner Park. And so one Sunday I'm out there. I play left field. So I'm playing left field, and this ball gets boomed over my head. So one thing you should know if you play softball, if one gets boomed over your head, there's really no point in chasing it down because you're not going to get the ball back anytime. They're going to round the bases. They're going to get a homer 9 times out of 10. So my goofy ass, I'm in position to where like I'm thinking I could run this ball down, and I'm running, and all I heard was pop. I said, oh. But first I thought it was my niece. I was like, hold on. So and then the people I got to a field. So I got to the other field. That's how far the ball rolled. It rolled to the other field, and the people on the field even saw me. They was like, "Oh man, I know what you did." So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, "Oh my god!" So I literally I didn't even go get the ball. I walked to the side of the field and I pointed, and I'm like, "Yo, get me out." So I go sit down, and I'm like, all right, I don't think it's my knee because I could bend it, but I'm like, "Yo, it's my hamstring," and I heard that mark pop. I never heard that before in my life. I've never heard that. So I'm like, "Yo, did I tear my shit or something, bro?" So they pretty much telling me like, "Yo, if it's on hamstring, just ice it. Just keep ice on it."
Did you go to the doctor?
No, I didn't go to the doctor.
You gotta go to the doctor.
No. It's cool. It's better. It's much better. But it's much better. This was 3 weeks ago. Hold on. So look. This is what I was gonna do. I was like, look, I'm gonna ice it for a week first, and I'm gonna see where I'm at with it. And then if it don't feel no better, I'm gonna go to the doctor because I was like barely walking, nigga. I'm barely walking, and all I could think about. So this is the point I want to make though. While I'm thinking about this, me and my brother, we normally, how athletes get hamstring injuries, like basketball players could say they like, they strain their hamstring or pull their hamstring. I always used to think that was a soft injury. I be thinking like, bro, no. That used to be my mindset. I used to be like, man, Joe, why you pull your hamstring, bro? Why you ain't stretching enough and shit? Because I stretch. I always stretch before I go out there and play softball. I ain't no young whippersnapper no more. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like I was when I was playing at Proviso East. You know what I'm saying? Baseball and shit like that. So it ain't the same. So, but I always used to think because I never endured that injury before, and I've played organized sports. So I'm like, I've never pulled a hamstring. So I'll be thinking like, what the fuck is y'all, you know what I'm saying, $30 million a year niggas pulling y'all hamstrings, bro?
You know now.
And that is a legit injury, ladies and gentlemen. If you ever questioned an athlete who pulled their hamstring or say they had a pulled hamstring, a strained hamstring, a torn hamstring, that shit is legit. A legit injury, ladies and gentlemen. That shit ain't nothing to play with, fam. That shit can have you out for weeks, months, a month or two. But thank God, I don't think I tore anything because 3 weeks now have gone past and I feel much better. I still feel it a little bit though. I still ice it every day, but I ain't been able to bowl. I can't bowl on it because it's my left hamstring and that's my sliding leg.
Mike, go to the doctor.
I'm good now, bang. I think I'm good.
Mike, go to the doctor.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Mike, I have a knee brace on right now. We had the pod, check the archives when I thought I tore my MCL.
Yeah.
Now, see that. Now I will say this, Mike. I'm gonna give you this much.
I think I just strained it though. I think I just like
Hear me out. I know why you ain't going to the doctor because I went through this with my knee. For those who don't remember, when we were living in Maryland, Landon ass darted outside of the house, out of the apartment door, and ran out. And I was sitting in my chair, hit that whip. It was like, oh shit. Yeah. And I thought everything in my shit was done.
Yeah.
I thought everything in my knee was done. I called Vince. I called I called anybody who I knew that had knee issues, and they all said it sound like you tore your MCL.
Yeah.
Cam, I know Cam tore his MCL. And O told me that I think he said he even tore his, he played through or whatever. But when I hit that turn, he's like, oh yeah, you might have hit you. So I went and did the MRI, spent $500 on the MRI. My insurance covered the rest. Yeah. I spent $500 on the MRI just for the motherfucker to tell me that it's not, like, I don't have anything torn. And I was like, get the fuck up out of here.
See, that's one of the reasons why I don't want to go, that's that bullshit, because I know, man.
I go and then you know some shit done, and then you go and they be like, oh no, you just need some rehab. I'm like, nah, fam, what? And my knee hurts now. Like in this process, in this 2 weeks we didn't do the pod, I was working out and my knee was burning. Like my shit's inflamed as hell. The wife was like, yeah, did you stretch? I'm like, yo, I stretch in the morning. Like she was like, no, I stretch. Little do you know, I stretch. And then you stretch through the shit. Like I'm stretching. But my shit's inflamed now, my G. And then the only thing the doctor gonna tell you, because you fat, like, man, just lose a little weight and you get your knee back in order. Like, bitch, I know. That's why I'm working out. That's why my shit inflamed. Boy, are you basically telling me I should get the surgery and lose all this weight and I ain't got to worry about working out or something? Still have to work out sooner or later. My shit's inflamed right now, but they told me it wasn't a torn MCL. It's like on the outside of it, it's some shit like lap band or something or whatever. And they was like, yeah, do some rehab. And I was like, I just stretch. I'm not, because y'all already got $500 out of me. And it was the way the doctor did it too. See, that's why I get what people saying, like going to black doctors, because my primary care doctor out there was a black woman, and she was very careful with everything. Hey, you sure? Like, but then when I had these issues, all I got is white doctors. And like the one white doctor, when I got out the hospital, he was just trying to get $50 copay every time I come out there, just to tell me, like, I don't know why you got a cyst on your kidney, fam. But you could come back. Like, man, fuck up out of here, fam. Like, I understand why people say that black people say get a black doctor. Totally understand it. Because when I went back for my knee, that doctor looked at me and he was like, there's nothing wrong. I looked at the x-rays. Ain't nothing wrong with your knee. That's how he said it. He didn't ask anything else. Like, you sure you didn't do this or that? Well, just let you know that you don't have no tears or no strains or anything like that. But it may be this, that, and the third. No, this man was like, oh man, I looked at your x-rays and ain't nothing wrong with your knee. You just need to lose a couple of pounds and maybe your knee would be all right. But you can do some rehab. So here's a referral. Holla at my man. Like, nah, fam, you just got money out of me. Now all of a sudden you want, like, the MRI people got money out of me. Now you want me to go rehab with your homie? Nah, man, sometimes the medical practice is a racket, man. They be finessing your ass. So I get it, and I understand, Mike, that you don't want to go spend money on no MRI, no CAT scan for them to look at your hamstring to say, oh, man, you all right, you know what I'm saying? Just don't run too fast no more. Like they supposed to look at your shit and be like, yo, you had a grade 3 strain, put some ice on it, get some rehab later. It's like, all right, okay, cool. Just like any other player. Yeah. But some of these white doctors will look at you and be like, oh man, ain't nothing wrong with you, fam. You just make sure you stretch before you get out of there. Now you just spent all this money.
But I can say that now moving on 3 weeks since it happened. It is much better. I'm walking fine. I didn't jogged a little bit. I can still feel it a little bit in there, you know what I'm saying, in certain areas. But
now you can have small tears in your shit, Mike.
yeah,
that is not painful now, or just be slightly painful. But then as you do more, the shit just like, then all of a sudden your ass be like Vince McMahon at the Royal Rumble shit. It's
my
shit.
God.
You really heard some shit pop, like pop. No,
please don't say that.
Your shit roll up. Your shit roll up. They see, like, the worst thing is, because if you go to the internet, they like and look at ruptures. Like when somebody tear their Achilles, you can see the shit in the back of your foot just wobble, like quads and hamstrings. You can see like woo, 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 woo. You don't want to get the woo, 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 Mike. You gotta, your hamstring, it might be, no, hey, you don't want to get the woo, woo, woo. You be out there playing and you run down for a ball and whap, and then your ass fall to the ground.
Oh my God.
Your ass look like Ricky. Grabbing your shit like Ricky did.
That's kind of what I did too. I was like, I did that little hop step, that little hop. I grabbed it and I did the hop on one leg. I was like, oh my God.
Oh man, somebody help me. Hey,
but with that being said, though, yeah, I'll look into that. We'll see where I'm at by the end of the week, and then I'll talk to the wife, and then we'll schedule something. But with that all being said, though, fam, I will never ever side eye an athlete when they get pulled out of a game or they step out of a game and they come back and the injury report says that they pulled their hamstring, strain their hamstring, anything like that. I will send my prayers up for them for a fast healing.
So basically, you looking at James Harden like, all right, fam, I get it.
I get it, bro. If you say you pulled your hammy, you pulled it.
I get it.
Okay. Devin Booker, when you pulled your hamstring in the first round of the playoffs, I get it. Kyle Lowry, you 35 years old. Me too. You pulled your hammy. I get it. And then you tried to go back out there and play, and it didn't work.
Jack.
So I get it. So any athlete upcoming, hopefully it don't happen if with a player that I draft in fantasy football or basketball, somebody get hurt and they say they tore their hamstring or pulled it or something. But if you did, prayers up to you because that shit is legit and it hurts. It hurts, ladies and gentlemen. I thought I wasn't gonna ever be able to walk again. I said, this is bullshit. I swear to God, when I heard the pop, I thought it was my knee, bro. I thought I tore my ACL. I thought it was all over. I was like, oh my God, bro. I've never felt that. Like that shit was
let me look at it.
It was crazy.
Let me look at it.
So when I was able to bend that knee, I was like, thank you, God. But when you hit me, it was like no pod. I was like, cool, because then I would have had to walk down our stairs to get down here. And that would have been tragic for me.
You ain't never pulled your groin before.
No.
Oh my God.
This is my first time ever doing anything in that area, bro.
It's 3 pains that I've had in my life that I don't wish on nobody, including my worst enemy. It's a hamstring pull, back spasms, and a groin pull.
Okay.
Because man, especially now, groin pull hurts. And then it hurts and you don't want to, it's the wrong area to hurt. Man, who gonna, especially if you're single, who gonna massage it? You, and it looks bad. But back spasms, man, I've been having back spasms since 16 years old. My dumb ass is the dude that's the gym room warrior because I ain't trying to get laughed at by the homies because I lost to them. I played in a volleyball gym room tournament and I couldn't even lift my neck up.
Yeah,
because anytime that like those lower pains had shot up, it was bad. But yeah,
and matter of fact, that was the weekend when I did it. That was the weekend of the 4th. That was the 3rd. So, and then when I got back to the crib, motherfuckers was hitting me like, yo, you trying to slide? I'm like, bro, I can't walk. I'm not gonna make it. I'm gonna watch the fireworks from my house.
I can't even get on crutches right now. Fam.
It's over. It's over for me right now, bro.
Damn,
so yeah, that's my first time ever enduring an injury in this area, bro.
Apologize to James Harden, fam.
James Harden right here on Some Dude Pod. You still the most overrated superstar of all time, but if you ever like when you pulled your hammy, bro, and we was laughing at you saying that you was just on some bullshit, bro, I'm sorry. Yeah. I apologize. So yeah.
Well, before we get in knee deep into the podcast, just real quick, Julio Jones signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If that man is healthy, because I think he had hamstring and knee issues. If the man is healthy, Julio, Mike Evans, Cameron Brate, Chris Godwin.
I mean, we were excited. Well, I ain't gonna say we were excited, but I wasn't. I thought it was a good thing that I was just happy that he was able to get out of whatever situation he wanted to get out of in Atlanta, and then he paired up, you know what I'm saying, with AJ Brown and you know what I'm saying, Ryan Tannehill. But at the end of the day, that's Ryan Tannehill. But he showed some sparks of greatness when he was with the Titans, but nothing really crazy, and he still dealt with injuries. So, like you said, to piggyback right off that, if he is healthy and he goes into the season, you got him, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans. We don't know what Chris Godwin's going to be with the start of the season. They say he's reporting to camp, but I don't know if he's going to be ready by week 1. But that's Tom Brady throwing you the ball, bro. Ain't no who gonna be mad at that? Who gonna be mad at that? So but yeah, I'm pretty sure that changed the odds for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers right there on Super Bowl odds. So shout out to Julio Jones. I'm glad he was able to get a job. And what better job than with Tom Brady?
I'm just glad, people like, Desus and Mero broke up while we was on break, and everything. So just people just know we're not doing that, we're gonna be around. And for those who are affected by the Desus and Mero split, you come here. It's 2 guys talking shit. You come here.
What Digital? New York. The What Digital is the home for you.
Home for you, fam. We go. All right, man. But no, let's get to the thing that irritated me the most this week.
Yeah.
It was a lot of things that irritated the shit out of
me. Yeah.
But the one thing that irritated the most is this Notorious Big controversy. I don't know if you caught wind of this.
All right, you need to fill me in real quick because I haven't caught wind of this.
All right. So as this dude out of Mississippi who went on Instagram and somebody went on Instagram and said that this dude named Big Daddy or the Notorious B.I. some shit like that, right? Well, either way, he did a song with the Juicy Joint, and people felt like or it was insinuated by Buddy that he had the Notorious B.I. name first and he used the Juicy single first, so he had the name first and it was taken from him.
So you saying there's a guy out here who's claiming that he was the Notorious B.I.G. before the Notorious B.I.G.
So I'm gonna read what he said, and this is what he said. All right, in 1993, I was signed to a small record label called Dragon Records in Gulfport, Mississippi. I had a song that I wrote to the Entombed called Juicy Fruit.
Niggas was rapping in Mississippi?
Yeah, fam. Yes, man.
Go ahead.
I wrote to David Banner's from that, fam.
Yeah, but not in 93, though. Go ahead, though.
Yes, no, Lord Jesus.
David Banner wasn't out in 93?
I mean, he was rapping, though.
How many Mississippi rappers do you know?
David Banner and Big Crit. I think
that's
it's from Mississippi.
Those niggas came out in the 2000s.
Let me keep going.
Go ahead. Niggas was not rapping in Mississippi in 93. That's the first line.
You would not disrespect the birthplace of my father and my uncle, fam. Shouts out to Greenwood, Mississippi, and Intervena, Mississippi.
My family, my father's from Mississippi, Joe.
Shouts out to
not
Kruger.
rapping in 90. Niggas was not making hip hop music in Mississippi in 1993. So that's the first line. Go ahead, though.
So I wrote a song to the actual record, and it was called Big Daddy. Big Daddy was the lead single off the Mississippi Doughboys album that was released in September 1993. It was released the same day as Snoop Dogg's first album, Doggy Style. The Doughboys album made 2 Gulfport rappers, Tidley D and myself, the Notorious Big One. So that's what his name was.
Are these on Tidal?
The Notorious Big One. I don't know.
Cap. Go ahead.
I have not, but yeah, I had the name in the song first. I know it might be hard to believe, it's 100% truth. We was on the radio first, and it was in stores first. We sent packages to all of the major labels shopping for distribution. Just my surprise, just Image and my surprise when people start calling me saying they just seen my video. We was trying to get the truth out back then, but after Big's death, I decided to leave it alone out of respect. I'm not fat anymore, and a lot has changed. But before I leave this bitch, I want everybody to know I was the original Notorious Big One. 2 grams.
What is his name? What is his name?
Notorious Big One.
I need to see this shit, bro.
Now, while you look for the title shit, I'm gonna tell you why people made me so upset. Because people,
I haven't seen nobody talk about this though.
No, I have. But you had a little social media sabbatical and shit too.
Yeah, I was off the radar. Go ahead.
Yeah. But let me tell you why this made me mad. Because all you had to do was a simple search, and you will know off of his timeline, the timeline he's given to the people, that was wrong. As far as the name goes, here's why, Mike. In March of 1992, the Notorious B.I.G. was nominated as an unsigned hype in March of 1992. Now, we all know through fame and lore that Big called himself Biggie Smalls. But in March of 1992, as the Notorious B.I.G., he was the unsigned hype of the Source. That's a simple Google. I saw people on Facebook and Twitter entertaining it, Instagram entertaining it. And I'm just sitting there like, why are y'all entertaining this? Why are we entertaining it when a simple Google search will tell you he's talking about 1993, and in 1992, the Notorious Big was already born. And you can actually go as far back as mid-1991 with demos that he's the Notorious B.I.G. But people were like, oh man, he took his name. Oh man, I can't believe it. Everything that I thought I knew is, come on, fam.
Did he release any of the songs? Did the song that he said he made, did he release it? Did he put it out? No, did he prove his point?
Well, it is this. Let me see.
There's that actual song of him rapping over Juice.
Yeah, and the thing about it is people rap over shit like that every day.
Yeah, so he could have just made this.
No, it's old. It's old, but what I'm saying is that people uses other people's sample all the time.
Yeah, of course.
So nobody said Buddy Ass owned the Juicy sample, the No Juicy Fruit sample. But what I'm saying is that y'all motherfuckers couldn't do a simple Google search.
You know how people get on the internet, man. It ain't. You know how they get. You know they're gonna entertain. You know, it's still to this day.
Google search.
We still follow people on our social media platforms that over exaggerate to articles, and they still don't read articals. They don't check the sources of articles they read.
And then there was people like, oh man, I researched it, I looked it up. You could have easily Googled that up. That's something that's embedded in lore. And we had people really entertaining that this man took the name.
Look, if I would have saw that story and read it, and he said he was from Mississippi, bro, and he said he was making music back in 92, I would have said cap. I'm sorry, bro. They wasn't rapping in Mississippi in 1992 and 93, bro. I don't care what you're talking about, bro.
Right. And the only reason why he changed the Biggie Smalls name is because somebody had that name.
And then he said, well, I wasn't going to bring it up after he died in 97. I wasn't going to bring it up no more. But now you bring it up now. 2022.
Now you bring it up now.
Now you bring it up.
I'm more, and Look, dude can feel the way that he want to feel. You kind of right about Mississippi, about like it's Mississippi fam. Like I don't think
No
nobody is going down to
disrespect.
Mississippi being like,
No disrespect to Mississippi, but not in 1992. Not in 1992, 93, it wasn't going down. Music, I don't think, no, it wasn't hip hop music popping in Mississippi in 92, 93, bro. Sorry. Mississippi ain't get really put on the map until David Banner. David Banner was well into the 2000s, dog. And we had Big Crit. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm more mad at the people. And this is why.
Yeah, I understand. So send me that article. I need to see that article. I want to see when I'll take a look at it after the pod. I want to see that article.
Wait a minute. Whoa.
Who posted this article? What sources of media outlets posted this article?
Ooh.
What happened?
But see, here's the thing, Mike. Before I even talk about what I just got said, goddamn. The issue I have is not with dude. The issue because he probably didn't know he in Mississippi. He probably didn't know. What I'm saying is that for all of these so-called lovers of hip-hop and these hip-hop heads and everything, really entertaining that and not even looking at dates. Not even looking at dates, Mike. There's no way that should have been entertained.
They should use this as a teachable moment.
Use that as a teachable moment. So please don't jump on something just because somebody on Twitter was like, oh man, look at this. Look at what I found. I just do a quick Google search first. That's it. This should not have even been even a topic. Matter of fact, I'm gonna text you the joint so you can see part of what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
because shouts out to like my favorite Instagram follower, Artemis Gordon. He first said something about it. I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? And then I started seeing a couple of Instagram posts when it was like, hey, this might be something. Then it's not something. Big was already calling himself Biggie in 1991.
Mm-hmm.
But people don't. And then I also think we live in an age where people just want to be anti. I've said this on the show before, that people just want to be anti.
Yeah.
People just want or just have a conversation about something, about somebody who they probably didn't really necessarily mess with in the first place. And that's like, oh, I gotcha. There's nowhere in hell we should be having a conversation about some dude in Mississippi who released a joint in 1993 about somebody who was that in 1991.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, fam.
Yeah. We gotta do
serious about that. But no, I gotta read this because this just got sent. And I don't know. This is part of like Googling and everything. It's just like, hope this ain't the case, but this is from the Shade Room. I'm gonna take that for what it's worth. Instagram model linked to numerous celebrities that nearly died from AIDS after going untested for almost a decade.
Who this?
I'm gonna read an article. Instagram model who's been linked to numerous celebrities nearly died of AIDS after going untested for almost a decade, according to a recent TikTok video. Gina C, according to a recent TikTok video. Gina 2, who has been spotted in the past with the likes of Nick Cannon, Chris Brown, and Chief Keef, spoke about her experiences in the video posted on Monday, telling her followers that she doesn't know when or how she contracted the virus, but noted her doctor said it had to have been in her system for at least 8 to 10 years. And they pulled up a Facebook post from about 7 years ago with her saying out in LA chilling with the Chief Keef, then headed back to NYC for my birthday to chill with Nick Cannon. Life. Now, Nick Cannon had a couple of babies right now.
You just had one. Congratulations.
We would have known. I don't know if we would have known, but I don't know if he would be on baby number 8.
If he had AIDS.
If that was the case. But she also revealed that she hasn't gotten tested during that entire time period and only got tested once. The symptoms became noticeably when it became noticed. Start feeling that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, two did hesitantly admit that she's been raped several times when she was homeless and living in New York City, and hinted that might be the likely cause of her infection. She's also had several free tattoos. So it could be a dirty needle. Man, oh man.
I'm getting a look at this guy. I don't recognize her.
I don't either, but that's got to be some scary ass shit.
Yeah.
They got a picture of her and Davies.
Damn.
And shit too. Hey man, get tested. That's
Facts.
scariest shit in the world.
Facts.
That's scariest shit in the world. I will be like.
So prayers up to her, man. Damn.
Prayers up to her.
God, and she out here dropping names too?
I mean, that's what they said. It's the shade room.
Now you know. Go to the shade room comments. You know everything shade room posts is law.
Yeah.
So if shade room posted, you know they gonna go crazy.
I mean, that goes back to the Notorious Big shit. Like, come on, fam. Like, do your research. But wow, that's messed up. Yeah. Another thing, and we haven't really been able to get your thoughts. Next on the docket, we haven't really been able to get your thoughts on the Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving shit.
Yeah.
The update now is Boston offered a trade with Jaylen Brown, All-Star Jaylen Brown, who went on Twitter and was like, that's some H. Derek White. Who else was on there? Oh, yeah, it was just them two. And a number of picks and swaps for Kevin Durant. And Kevin Durant, the Brooklyn Nets reportedly declined the trade and made an offer which Boston declined, which involved Marcus Smart. So basically, you can have Marcus Smart. You give us Marcus Smart, you can have Kevin Durant. If you were Boston, and that trade was offered to you, counter offered, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, some picks, some swaps for KD. Are you taking that deal?
Me personally, if I'm Brad Stevens, no, I'm not. Two reasons. I love Kevin Durant, bro. Kevin Durant is a great player, bro, but we just beat y'all. And we just made upgrades to our roster, and we haven't even had to get rid of anybody. You add Brogdon, you add Gallinari. You didn't lose anybody to get these guys. So why would I want to give up Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart to get Kevin Durant?
But to that point, if you're Boston, why do you even offer? I mean, I know it's Kevin Durant. Believe me, I know it's Kevin Durant.
Because the Boston Celtics ain't shit. That's why, bro.
No. Wait. You are a team that just beat him.
Yeah.
You just beat him. You swept him. You didn't just beat him, you swept him. Not only did you sweep him, where's he going to go in the East that's going to make him better than the team that you currently have that just went to the finals? You upgraded with your point guard position. You can move Marcus Smart off the ball and have him focus on defense, all that. Mm-hmm. And you basically offer to gut your team for KD.
I don't like it. I don't think it. I don't like it for either side. I don't like it for either side, bro. I don't like it for either side, especially for Boston. This is my thing. Boston don't need Kevin Durant. They don't need Kevin Durant to win. They've proven that. And you're going to just give away a young Jaylen Brown, 25 years old, who's actually the guy that was the star in the NBA Finals. He was the best player on the team.
On your team. And you about to get rid of him.
Finals. And you want to get rid of him, bro? I totally understand why Jaylen Brown got on Twitter and said, shaking my damn head, because his name don't even need to be involved in this shit, bro, because they shouldn't be trying to gut their squad to go after this nigga who, at the end of the day, what's going to happen when y'all lose with him and then he don't want to play with y'all no more? He going to request another trade, or, he going to want out. He going to cause controversy. This nigga's a cancer, bro. Ever since he left the Oklahoma City Thunder. This man's been a cancer to teams. Yeah, he won 2 titles in Golden State, but he went over there and Draymond told that nigga, we don't need you, bro, because you doing too much and all of that shit like that. Now he go over here and try to build some shit in Brooklyn, fam, and now he don't want to play over there no more. Now you want him over here. So what's going to happen when y'all don't win? And Kevin Durant get mad. This man is on the back end of his career, bro. He's an injury away. You know, he already playing on a torn Achilles. He ruptured it again. It's over for him. So why y'all want to take on this? You know what I'm saying? To what?
Kevin Durant is on the back end of his career.
He's on the. You can say he's on the. Not the. I ain't saying the back end of his career as in like he's declining.
I ain't
saying he's declining.
Oh, okay.
He's still a great player. I think he's still good, but you see,
do you gut your team?
I don't think I don't think you take that risk for this guy who's coming off an Achilles, coming off a bad hamstring. He missed games due to a hamstring injury. The man can get hurt at any moment, bro. And he's on the back end of his career. When I say back end, I mean possibly injury prone wise. He can still hoop for sure, bro. But I don't think Boston don't need him though.
It's Knicks right now. That's my point.
I'm more so to where Boston don't need him. Now, and I don't think you risk giving up a Marcus Smart and a Jaylen Brown and a Derek White who emerged for y'all in the playoffs, who showed up for the most part, minus the last couple games of the series, but he showed up. He showed to be a significant 6 man right off the bench. Why do y'all want to disrupt that for this guy?
See, I don't
understand. I don't get it.
It's a double-edged sword, right?
Yeah.
Because I tend to agree with you with what you're saying, but I don't know if I'm stopping this trade for Marcus Smart. Now, hear me out.
You mean like
I don't know if Boston offers Jaylen Brown, Derek White, and picks. I don't know if I turn this and then the Brooklyn Nets go, hey, add Marcus Smart to that deal and we good. I don't know if I turn that deal down. Short-term wise, sure, it
works.
Short-term, you should win the NBA title the next 2 years.
Who run the point though? Who running the point guard?
Brogdon.
Well, Brogdon. Okay, you got. Yeah, I don't like it though. I don't like.
No. Hear me out.
Go ahead.
I'm not trying to play 2K here.
Yeah.
But with a team of Grant Williams on there, and Robert was dude.
Robert Williams.
Robert Williams.
Yeah, for sure.
So you have defense, and if you have your front court taken care of. You have KD, you have Jason Tatum, who also gets to learn, and you have a Malcolm Brogdon. You have a couple of young pieces that was off the bench. I forgot my man name, the white boy that was on the team too, that should learn and grow from this last experience. And then you pick up some people off the scrap heap. Boston would still be the top team in the East to me.
For sure.
If that were to happen, they would still be the best team in the East. They would be better than the Bulls. They would be better than Philly. They would be better than the Nets, of course. They would be better than every team in the East to me with that trade. Now, to your point, I'm with you. He's still in his prime, but he a couple of years away from and a couple of knickknacks away too.
He a couple of knickknacks, and he a couple of years away from being a 50, close to 60 game a year player, bro.
So
possible,
but it's still KD. So in the short term, I'm taking that deal. Marcus Smart is not holding that up because I'm probably going to win the title the next 2 years, especially if I can look at Jason Tatum in the eye and bring that dog out of him, which should be if he's learning off of KD. And then when KD is done, Jason Tatum takes over, whatever. It's almost like looking at how the Lakers were with Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Like, except it's the opposite of how you end up on the team. So I don't know if I'm letting Marcus Smart stop me from this trade. And I know The Nets are not going to be, well, they should not be a better team than me. Now, the key word is should here, because also it's been reported that Kyrie Irving is cool with staying with the Nets with or without Kevin Durant.
As he should. That's the first thing that Kyrie has done right, or reportedly said or done this past year.
So
that's the right thing to do.
So
if I'm the right mindset to have.
So if I'm the Nets, I look at a team with Ben Simmons, Jaylen Brown, Kyrie Irving for one more year, Marcus Smart, and all of these other picks. And if I could get Ben out of his shell, or whatever funk he's in, or just healthy, whichever issue somebody may want it to be,
I'm gonna just say health at this point.
I'm
because
good
even
in the next couple of years.
Yeah, but they are little. That'll be the littlest team. They don't have no size.
Oh, you'll get it.
They don't have no size over there, bro.
You again.
Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, Kyrie Irving, Ben Simmons might be your biggest player, and then a Joe Harris, and then what do you?
You'll get
Steph Curry,
and Steph Curry and Joe. You'll get it. You'll get it, and you'll be all right. You'll get it, and you'll be all right.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm declining that trade because of short term. Short
term, it looked good, but
it looks good.
I'm not gutting something that I built that y'all almost won the title.
Well, Brad Stevens ain't built it.
I mean, Brad Stevens coached it.
But and you saw what he did with it.
He coached it. So you can kind of say he part of the building.
You saw what he did with
Danny
it.
Ainge built it, but Brad Stevens inherited it, and then on top of that, he coached those players. He didn't win it. You can kind of say he a coach behind the scenes, whatever.
He ain't winning.
But at the end of the day, I'm not gutting that. I'm not gutting that. They still not put that roster on the floor that they got right now that they're gonna walk in with Marcus Smart, Brogdon, Jaylen Brown, Tatum, Robert Williams. They're the favorite to come out the East. They're gonna be the favorite. And
I'm with you.
Ain't nobody stopping them. I don't think.
I don't know. But I believe. I will say this. I believe that this was the closest to Kevin Durant being traded.
That might be the closest move to. That might be the closest thing to getting to KD getting moved.
And I think it's
Boston or nothing.
I think it's Boston or nothing, because it's still. I'm looking at this like, yo, why KD is gonna have to get off his Twitter joint and explain why he wants to trade.
I need to know, bro. I need to know. The streets need to know.
Because
this shit ain't right, bro. Shit ain't right.
If you look at the Nets, with everybody back and healthy, this team is the favorite in the East to go to the finals.
It's favorite or second favorite team. I said that. That's what I'm trying to understand, bro. Kyrie Irving, you're gonna get a Kyrie Irving.
I would say at the very least co-favorites with the team that they talking about trading with.
Full-time Kyrie, healthy KD, healthy Ben Simmons. Why wouldn't you want to run with that? You don't want to run with that? You don't want to see what that's like? I understand.
Don't get it. This is weird. This is why
I said KD requested a trade. And I called this before this happened. I said it. He requested trade, bro. This is a whole move. What you requested a trade for? I didn't even expect this nigga to do it, but he actually didn't fail me. You did it. You did the unexpected. Like, you did exactly what I thought you was gonna do, but I didn't think you was gonna do at the same time. What are we doing here, bro?
I mean, and still is even funny that he requested a trade and was like, you know, one of the two number one seeds in the league I'll go to. But if he were to end up in Boston, what would make this even funny is for the second time in his career, he will move on to a team that beat him the year before.
KD, don't do it, bro. Please don't do it, because that's gonna look really, really bad for you out here.
Like,
it's gonna look bad.
I just asked this question.
It's gonna look bad for you.
In your opinion, because I do have an opinion on this. Do you think KD cares about his legacy?
I think he's made it very clear that he don't care.
Do you think KD is one of those people like LeBron James or Michael Jordan or Magic Johnson where their legacy first? Like, you know, at a certain point, it's like, all right, I want to be known as one of the greatest basketball players.
I think this
of
him
all
requesting
time.
him. Look, bang! I think he already solidified that he doesn't care when he requested the trade. But not only requested the trade, he made a list of the teams he wanted to go to, and they were the top teams. At this point, you don't really give a fuck. You're saying, "Hey, put me on the court with the best team, and I'm a piggyback." You want to go to some shit that wasn't built around you. You're going in, jumping into some. You just what Charles Barkley say, bro? He hopping on the bus.
Shit.
He ain't driving the bus. This nigga hopping on the bus, bro. He just riding. He just riding, so to speak.
I guess now, looking at this KD situation, I guess now I don't. At least he ain't lying.
He ain't hiding.
I don't believe I don't believe KD is one of those I have to do this for my legacy people. And that's okay. Let me say that. Because even when he had went on Twitter a couple of weeks ago and was like, did anybody do anything for their legacy today? I don't think KD is that person that looks at what he's doing and I guess what he may think about it, I don't know, I'm just guessing, is that it's ego driven.
Yeah.
To think about, I just want to hoop. And I want to hoop somewhere where I'm comfortable at and I'm straight. And I'm not comfortable hooping here no more. That right there, if that's his thought process, I give him grace. Because I'd rather him do that and say that than a LeBron James saying after, and it's not the pick on LeBron James, it's just hear me out. Where you have a LeBron James after the NBA Finals, the 3-1 comeback against Golden State, say that at that point, I knew I was the greatest of all time. Like, KD is not calling himself the GOAT. KD is not even saying like, yo, I'm one of the greatest ever. And he's not having that conversation amongst himself. But he just want to hoop. If that's the case, I don't mind him in a case being a basketball vagabond, so to speak. Going here and going there and hoop. Basically just going to gym and saying, yo, who want the ball? I want the ball. Who the best players on here? I want a ball with them too. Boom, boom, boom. It just seems like to me, KD looks at this like a gym. And he's always looked at it like a gym.
Okay.
But also, KD is about his money. That's why Rich Kleiman ass is there. That's why every once in a while you see in the news KD just invested in the professional lacrosse soccer league and all that. I mean, lacrosse, not lacrosse soccer league, but professional lacrosse league. And he's investing here and he's investing there. I think KD is just about two things: money and basketball. And he knows that he has to be here in order to get it. But at the end of the day, I just want to hoop while I can, and we can worry about anything else later than that.
And that's cool to be about just wanting to hoop. But you renegotiated your contract and signed an extension.
Yeah.
And then the year later, you say you want out. That's trash, nigga. If you want to just hoop and if you want to be in a situation where you want to move from team to team when you feel like shit going left or you bored and you want to go to this team, sign a 2-year deal then. Sign 2-year deals.
That's a good point. Sign a 1-and-1.
Do what you did when you went to Golden State. You signed 2-year deals.
Sign a 1-and-1.
Do that, bro. Sign one and opt out the other. You know what I'm saying? Don't sign no extension and you got Brooklyn and Kyrie, you know what I'm saying? And niggas thinking that we finna run it back. And then you drop the bomb talking about you want to get traded. And then you make a list of teams that you want to go to. And they the top teams, bro. That's some hoe shit, bro. That's hoe shit. I'm sorry, bro. You can't. It's a certain thing. I understand players want to be able to be in control of their careers at a certain point in their careers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you want to be in control and all that stuff like that. But though, you can't sign no no extension and then say you want out, bro. That's whole shit. I'm sorry. On some shit that you created, some shit that you started, nigga. This is your shit. This is your shitstorm, bro. Now you want out. No, I'll honor that. I can't honor that in that sense. KD gonna always be a dog on the court, though, bro. But in that sense, I can't honor it. I think he needs to go back to work. I don't think Brooklyn needs to even honor that shit. At the end of the day, you sign a contract, bro. You gonna come hoop with us. We not honoring your trade request, nigga. So you gonna not play? Are you gonna not play? He's gonna not play? What are the chances of KD saying I ain't hooping then if they don't trade me? Is he gonna say?
Oh, he hooping.
He gonna hoop. So at the end of the day,
hoop.
bro, like get the Mark, get Kyrie, get Steve Nash, get KD, get the owner, general manager, whoever in a room, have a meeting, bro, and figure it out, bro. KD, we can't trade you, bro. The haul that the teams want is too much. We can't afford it.
Well, it's too little, you mean?
The haul, it's too little. We can't afford this, and we don't want to do this. We want to build with you. You signed an extension with us. Kyrie is committed to coming back for one more year. You never know what his mindset might be after this season is over. Y'all fuck around and win it, or go to the finals. Kyrie might sign another 2 years. Y'all can run it back again.
That would be wild right there if nobody gets traded and the Brooklyn Nets win the NBA championship.
That'd be the craziest story ever, bro. That these niggas did all of that. Y'all did all of this, and at the end of the day, this was the recipe that y'all needed right here: a Ben Simmons, a Kyrie, and a KD. You know what I'm saying? Alongside 2 shooters, Joe Harris,
that would be
and
wild.
Steph Curry. Would be wild. So we'll see.
Minnesota made a big trade that we had talked about a little bit, but now after press conferences and everything, it's something to talk about because Karl-Anthony Towns, power forward of the Minnesota Timberwolves, not the center, but the power forward now of the Minnesota Timberwolves, during the press conference with Rudy Gobert, said that it's championship or bust.
Bang, are you smoking weed over there?
Nah, man, it's
okay. Humidifier?
No, little fragrance and stuff.
Okay, go ahead.
No, it helps out. You know what I'm saying? No, it's not that. It's
okay. All right, I ain't mad at you.
But nah, man, Rudy. Now with the trade with Rudy Gobert being on the Minnesota Timberwolves, Karl-Anthony Towns says that it is championship or bust with the Minnesota Timberwolves. I don't think it's ever been. Well, it's only been one situation where it's been like championship or bust with the Minnesota Timberwolves, and that's when KG was on the team and they end up going to the Western Conference Finals against the Lakers, and we all knew what was going to happen with that, and it happened. The Lakers beat that ass. So y'all let to say, do you think that the Minnesota Timberwolves has a chance to be a top 4 team in the Western Conference?
I think we talked about this. I think we really looked at the Western Conference. We assessed it, analyzed it, and when you got a healthy Clipper team coming back, and then you got Golden State, of course, they're the champions, and then you got a healthy Denver team coming back with Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray and the 2-time MVP Jokic. And then you got the Phoenix Suns who just signed DeAndre Ayton, which saying now you got that core coming back. That's 4 teams. You got the Memphis Grizzlies, of course, Ja Morant, he just signed an extension and their core is coming back. It's 5. Then you got maybe the Minnesota Timberwolves here. It could be a 6. You know what I'm saying? I don't think when you really look at the West, bro, the West is loaded. If all these teams are coming back healthy, you know what I'm saying, with their full rosters, and then you got the Minnesota Timberwolves right here on the outside looking in. Like, I think we talked about this, the Minnesota Timberwolves are either a 6 seed or a 7 seed in the play-in. I don't see this team being in the top 3, top 4 this year. Maybe next year. I don't know. We don't know what this team is yet. We know what it looked like on paper, but we haven't seen them on the floor. This could be a disaster. It could be great, or it could be growing pains. I don't know. It could be like up and down. So to answer your question, top 4, no.
See, I thought about it a little bit, and I'm gonna say it's up to one person. If the Minnesota Timberwolves are championship or bust, it's up to one person and one person only to make that happen. And that's the man who said that it was championship or bust. It's up to Karl-Anthony Towns.
Facts.
Look, Karl-Anthony Towns is one of the most talented players in the NBA. He's probably the best shooting big man in the NBA right now. He won the 3-point contest. Like, who would have thought that shit was gonna happen? The boy can ball his ass off. He's a walking double-double, and he could give you shit. He could give you 30 and 20 in some cases. He could give you a triple-double in some cases. It's really about his mindset and if he wants to win. Because the thing about Karl-Anthony Towns around the league is that he's a bit soft.
For sure. I think so.
Jimmy, reportedly Jimmy Butler bitched him and the whole team out. That's the same, including him.
Yeah.
And that's the same person who's at a press conference saying it's title or bust. I don't think talent-wise he's lying, because I'm not the biggest Rudy Gobert fan, but 6'4" in the middle, he is defensive player of the year multiple times, like 3 times. He can be a defensive stalwart for your team.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have one of the most talented players in the league in Karl-Anthony Towns. You got a dog in Anthony Edwards. And even with D'Angelo Russell, you have a four players. You have a big 4 in a sense, at least a big 3. I don't know if I would put D'Angelo on the big case, but
yeah, I don't.
but
yeah,
I
feel you though.
You have a big 3 in Ant, Cat, Rudy. That team, especially with the talent of Ant and the talent of Cat, with Rudy, who was on a team that was the number 1 seed. I believe Utah was the number 1 seed that one year. Mm-hmm. Or they've been a top 2 seed.
They've been a top 2 seed at least. I don't remember them being on.
Yeah, they was either 1 or 2, but either way it go, I think it was a 2. They should be championship or bust. But Cat's off. Cat, the only way the Minnesota Timberwolves not direct this to Cat, it's a challenge. More than anything, like Kevin Durant challenged AD, especially when everybody thought Rasheed Wallace was going to be on the coaching staff. But then Rasheed was like, I don't feel like doing that. I don't feel like doing that no more. Cat, if you're going to be championship or bust with the Minnesota Timberwolves, you have to have an MVP season. Cat has to be the NBA MVP in order for this to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it because I don't see the dog in him.
Yeah.
I don't see when he and I mean nightly. I don't mean one of those nights when I'm going against Joel and I don't fuck with Joel, so I got to ball out tonight, or I don't mess with Andre Drummond, so I'm going to ball tonight. No. Cat got to be like that night in and night out to even think about being a top 4 seed in the West to me.
I agree.
If he's a dog this year, if we see a change in demeanor, then I bet you got it. I just don't see it because I have not seen dog in him yet. I see somebody that's getting over on their talent. And they know that they're talented. They know they could do certain things. So they know they could get certain things at the drop of a hat. All right, cool. But now you got, there's a thing called expectations that I believe that some people don't want on them. If you don't have any expectations on you, you can coast. You can do what you want to do. Just get your numbers and all right, go to an all-star game and hey man, Target Center gonna be full. All right, cool. Ain't no expectations of Minnesota doing shit because it's Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Only people that go to Minnesota is gangsters to sell drugs and fuck white girls. That's what we go to Minnesota for. Sell drugs and have sex with white girls.
Yeah.
Now you got Cat out there with a talented starting lineup.
Mm-hmm.
You got to see what happens with this bench, but the starting lineup is good. And you are talented. to me, Cat shouldn't even be saying, hey, now it's championship or bust.
He shouldn't have said that.
Off of the talent he got. But now with Rudy, and now with what you said at the press conference, you now have expectations. Let's see what Cat do with expectations, and not the expectations that the NBA media is putting out there.
I was about to say, didn't like a couple people like Shaq said something like that, similar to that too, right?
Shaq said, yes. Shaq said that they shouldn't lose. But he's the only national media person, or former NBA player that I heard see this trade with Minnesota and go, oh man,
this might work.
This might work. I've heard more people say, how is this going to work than anything. How is it going to work? To me, it's all on Cat. And it's the expectations he put on himself. And with the expectations that he put on himself and put on the team, the only way they're going to be where they at is if he dominates. He has to live up to number one pick expectations. He has to have that Joel Embiid year. If we want to go young and center, he has to be that this year in order for us to even look at Minnesota as being a title contender. Mm-hmm. Even with KD being, in the Eastern Conference Finals, we wasn't looking at Minnesota like, oh, they might win the title, because the Lakers was right there. So I'm more eager to see what expectations is put on. Like, once expectations is put on, what might happen. And then when we get that, and we look how the season goes, it's like, all right, we'll see what's going on. But until that happens, nah, buddy, we straight, and I'm good on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Before we get out of here, though, it's not lying. It's not lying. It's one of the biggest stories. I know we talked about it on First Black Champ.
Yeah.
And, and you're right, I'm going to be at SummerSlam this Saturday. My first premium live event, big premium live event that I've been to since Battleground, when Undertaker surprised Brock Lesnar. And then it led to their match. But Vince McMahon retired.
Yeah, man.
From the WWE.
Yeah, man. My reaction to that is, I always said, growing up a WWE fan, obviously, I always said that Vince McMahon would die before he ever gave up his realm at WWE.
I said that too.
I said it would never be a time where Vince McMahon would quit or sell his company or, just step down. He would have to die. He would die as, the man over WWE. So it's crazy times right now. Obviously, this comes, on the, the verge of him and the stories and everything that's coming out about him, with these women and undisclosed amount of money being given and non-disclosure agreements and all this shit like that. So yes, crazy times right now for wrestling, but Vince McMahon is done. Let's give the man some flowers real quick or something.
We have our latest episode of First Black Champ that was released today. Vince McMahon, A Complicated Legacy.
Yeah.
And it's definitely a complicated legacy, nonetheless. But and as I said on the pod, man, on First Black Champ, I think things got weird when it came out that Vince McMahon paid a former wrestler to keep quiet. Apparently, this former female wrestler said that Vince McMahon coerced her into having to giving him oral sex, and then he, kept hitting up, and she wasn't accepting those advances, so he ended up firing her. And then in 2018, they approached him and they reached a settlement like $7.5 million. He's reached to almost $15 million in hush money and settlements. and shit. It's just something to be said about white billionaires, fam.
Hey, but isn't non-disclosure agreements supposed to be non-disclosure agreements? Why are we hearing about this when it's supposed to be NDAs involved?
Shit, because you follow the money.
A non-disclosure agreement means non-disclosure. That means you can't talk
they ain't
about
said
it.
nothing. None of them people said nothing about it, but
Right.
somebody else said something about it. So you got snitches in your building.
Yeah.
Who was probably like, yo, it's time to go. Now the Wall Street Journal doing their investigation is like,
Yeah.
this is all going on. Like, it just says something to say about white billionaires, fam. And I think that's an underrated part of this. I didn't say this on First Black Champ, but I'll say this here, where white billionaires feel like they could do what they want to do. I mean, billionaires feel like they could do what they want to do because I got the money to do it. You know, me and my wife had an interesting conversation. Like, yo, what would we do if we were billionaires? Like, do you feel like, and I couldn't honestly tell her that I wouldn't do nothing stupid if I was a billionaire.
Yeah. It's something about having
money.
It's something about having
Access.
that significant amount of money gives you access, and it just gives you maybe a certain amount of power, a mindset to where that you're untouchable.
Yeah, and here's the thing, Mike, before you even go there.
Yeah.
I ain't talking about rape. I'm talking about me and my wife, and like I ain't talking about weakness, sexual assault, and all those things.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is when you a billionaire, fam, let's be real. There's certain things that you just feel like you can. I give you a perfect example, and he wasn't even a billionaire. Watch Roadhouse. Right? If you ever seen Roadhouse, you know the character of Mr. Wesley. That's a dude that basically owned the town. All right. Mm-hmm. He owned the bars, he owned the stores, he owned everything. It was a part in the movie where he was riding in his car and he was just swerving in between out in and out the lanes, the lanes. And Patrick Swayze's character, Dalton, was driving and he almost hit Wesley. Well, Wesley almost hit him. And Wesley didn't even look back. That's what rich white people do. They don't even look back. Now, see me, I might slip up and do it to a woman and be like, hey, there goes some money. Shut the fuck up. Like, but you was cool with it, right? Because I also don't want to be giving out no money. But see, that's how a man think. I ain't saying again. I said I will never be a billionaire unless I win this lottery tonight. And that's still not a billion. After taxes, that's 407.
Yeah. And 9 times out of 10, but the last couple times on them Mega Millions, because we splitting that shit. It'd be a couple, 2-3 people.
It'd be like 5 people winning.
Once you finally hit the shit,
and
5
you still straight.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is and this is just honesty to me. Whereas money give you already have an idea about who a person is, but money just elevates that shit. And I've never seen a person with money not do nothing stupid. Mm-hmm. It's just something about, and by doing something stupid, no, hey man, that girl's nice. I just bought her a drink. She don't even know I'm a billionaire, but I just bought her and her friends a couple of bottles of Ace of Spades. And I might go outside and it's like, oh, okay. Now I'm a billionaire. Mm-hmm. Oh, baby, you gonna divorce me? All right, here goes some money. Oh, we ain't got no prenup? All right, go ahead and take the half. Because I was watching the show. It's a show called Loot on Apple Plus with Maya Rudolph. And she gets a divorce from her husband. And you know how much she got in the divorce settlement, Mike? $87 billion.
$87 billion?
She became the 3rd biggest billionaire woman in the world. I'll give you another idea about that in real life. Jeff Bezos and his wife got a divorce. He gave her money. She became one of the richest women or the richest woman in the world. Jeff Bezos is sitting up there still messing with the woman that he cheated on his wife with. Do you think Jeff Bezos gave a fuck about giving his ex-wife $40 billion?
No.
He, from a pride standpoint, he was like, I don't want to give her shit. But him giving up $40 billion is like him giving me $40, and my wife giving me $40.
That's the same thing with Michael Jordan and Juanita. Same. Kind of
I don't want to have to give you the money.
But
I'm gonna give you the money.
It's like paying a speeding ticket.
That's why I would never want to become a billionaire, because I would never want those billionaire problems. Vince McMahon is a billionaire. He see a fine black woman come up in his office, shit, and he brown sugar. And if she feel like, it's Vince McMahon, he kind of cute. Oh, we shouldn't have done that. Here's $3 million.
Yeah.
That's how he thinking, which is unfortunate though. Now, here's the part that I flip it. It's very unfortunate that these men are risking their legacy over ass. But well, you know what? You know who does that? And just look in your history books. Mm-hmm. Empires have fallen because of women. In some cases, a woman tears it down. In some cases, the dumb shit that you do with a woman tear it down for you. Vince McMahon is going to be more known for this right here than everything that he did in his career. And what's crazy is I've seen men who are thousandaires risk that same shit for power. I don't want that power. I'm scared to have that power. I know what I think I would do. But I'm not gonna front, and this is just me being a man. And I'll be honest when I say this. One of the main things that I'm scared of is having access because I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
It's weird saying this, Mike, but I don't never want to be not comfortable. I don't want to struggle.
Right.
Well, I'm not saying I want to miss a payment.
Right.
Or anything like that. But I don't know if I want to be in a situation where I call the bank and I want to see what's in the bank and I ain't got to go to work the next day. I don't know if I should feel like that, but I don't know what I would do with myself.
I think that's something. I think when you get in that situation, that's just something that you got to figure out on the fly. It could be possible one day, bang, you gonna hit on FanDuel one day, bro.
Look, Mike.
You gonna hit on, look, what we gonna do then?
Like I said,
when we hit for 20, 30,000 on FanDuel, you know what I'm saying?
I said, because the other part about it, Mike, I'll be paranoid as shit too. Because see, that's the other part about it too. It'll be paranoid. Man, me and Miriam be rich than a motherfucker, and we get us a big ass house, and some swole ass nigga come on around talking about he the pool boy, and I didn't hire him. Hey, who you fucking, fam?
What bank accounts you got on the side right now?
What bank accounts you got on the side? Because this nigga over here look like Idris Elba, fam. And he the pool boy? Why is the pool boy out here with his shirt off and some khakis and some banana shoes talking about I'm cleaning, Jamaican as hell talking about I'm cleaning the pool for your wife.
So what you're saying is you don't want your wife, and you don't want you or your wife to deal with those kind of problems to where they feel like when they got money, we just, just go crazy.
I guarantee you ask a billionaire why he did what he did. Part of the reason why he did what he did too is because he's paranoid. I'm sorry. Because I'd be paranoid as hell. Why? And then especially like, now you got access, so you're working out often and everything and all that. Let you be a billionaire, Mike, and you come home and your wife got some personal trainer that's out here that's swole and cut.
Mm-hmm. I'm definitely gonna side eye that shit for sure.
You gonna side eye?
Oh no, I agree with your mindset. I agree with the take. I understand exactly.
You gonna side eye it? So I'm not just saying this for me.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm saying this for your wife too, or your woman too.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, why is dude on you that close and all you doing is bench pressing? Why is his nuts on your head? You just seeing things. Nah. So yeah, Vince McMahon and then the thing about it is he came into money. Like because his daddy owned the damn company, he bought it from him. So it wasn't like he was broke when he was 18, 19 years old. Them the ones I really don't trust.
Yeah.
But yes, he just got a complicated legacy. But I don't put nothing past billionaires. And if I was a billionaire, that's me included. because you have enough money in most cases to get yourself out of trouble. Oh man, I did this. Okay, here's 3 million. Here's 3 million. I'm not saying it's right because it's not. But what am I gonna tell a billionaire? I'm gonna imagine my broke ass looking at Vince McMahon and be like, "Oh man, you was wrong as hell for what you was doing.
Yeah.
You should be ashamed of yourself."
Yeah.
Vince McMahon gonna look at me and be like, "You know what? You're right. You're also broke though." So
let me ask you this. With Vince McMahon retiring, where does this, you being the wrestling expert, where does this leave WWE?
It's gonna be an interesting spot. That stock price went up. That's the other part about it too. Vince McMahon didn't sell no shares, so he still owns the majority of the shares in the WWE. So I think I read somewhere that said that Vince McMahon may have made 150 million since he quit. Only billionaires do shit like that, Mike.
Yeah.
You quit and you make money. What's my man name? The dude that used to own Donald Sterling bought that team for the low, like $1.1 million. And they sold, he had to sell a team and he sold that mark for $2.1 billion. What do you tell that? And they white too. What do you tell that man? What do you tell him?
Yeah.
Ain't no checks and balances for billionaires, B. That's the key here. There's no checks and balances for billionaires. So somebody like Vince McMahon can do what he did and profit off of it, essentially. He essentially profited off of it. So they making money and he just made more money. With that being said, it's going to be interesting, man, because that's the part of it that's key here. He owns the majority of the shares. What if they have to force him to sell them shares? Who do he sell the shares to? He's not going to sell it to his daughter. He's not going to sell it to Shane. He's not going to sell it to Triple H. So who owns the company once he sell his shares? So that's a big part of this. You know, Disney, they said, rumored that Disney talked to them about a sale once before. Apple, Amazon has talked to them before. So they're suitors. But Vince McMahon owned the cards there. So that's one part.
Creatively
now,
he was over creative. So now that's in the hands of Triple H now. So creatively, where do we see WWE go? Because obviously these past few years, I mean, a lot of people complain about Vince McMahon, you know what I'm saying, being over creativity and maybe holding certain wrestlers back and, you know what I'm saying, not, you know, pushing the company in the right direction as far as like pushing talent, you know, NXT wise, and maybe moves that's being made on Raw and SmackDown and like matches being booked. Where do we, I mean, this is just the things that I see, you know, that these are the comments that are made by wrestling fans day by day since Vince McMahon's been.
It's hard for me to answer that because I've been watching. It's hard for me to answer that because I've been watching wrestling since 1986.
Yeah.
There's not too many storylines I've never seen.
Yeah. So
for me, it's just like watching a soap opera. Like Erica Kane gets married again. All right, cool. So as far as creative and how that looks, I can't really ask that. Answer that. Okay. What I can answer though is I wonder if Triple H is going to be more in tune with pushing younger and different talent.
Okay.
Right. And who are Triple H people? Like that's gonna be a key thought there too. Like who's a Triple H person? Is that person going to get pushed because he fucks with Triple H? Right. So Kevin Owens, right? Kevin Owens is a Triple H guy. Like, do we see the rise of Kevin Owens again because he is a Triple H guy?
I hope so.
I don't necessarily believe that Cody Rhodes was a Triple H person. I don't necessarily believe that.
Okay.
What happens with Cody Rhodes when he get back? Because Cody Rhodes was clearly the number one face in the company when he left. Okay. Seth Rollins is clearly a Triple H guy. What happens then? What about talents at NXT? How does NXT look since he's heading all creative? Do they move away from the 2.0 look and all of that stuff? Do we go back to the black and gold, or is this a mixture of both? How does that look for those type of talents? Do former people come back? Johnny Gargano, excuse me, has not signed with a company since him and his wife left and she had a baby. He is a Triple H person. Does he come back? No, Tommaso Ciampa is already there. He's a Triple H person. Like, what happens with him? Like, Sheamus is a Triple H person. Like, but everybody loves Triple H, it sounds like. From the internet perspective, I can't wait for 6 months when people start cussing them out, talking about, oh, man. So it's just going to be interesting to see, like, who get those looks and who don't. Because if you can remember going back to the pandemic when they first made the change with where Triple H had NXT, but Paul Heyman had Raw, and Eric Bischoff had SmackDown, then Bruce Pritchard ended up taking over for him. You saw people like Apollo Crews and Cedric Alexander and Andrade and others get pushes on Raw. But then when Vince McMahon took over everything, he squashed all them shits. So that's what I'm interested in seeing. And since SummerSlam is the first premium live event, at the end of at the end of First Black Champ, we do guarantees. And I have a guaranteed hope that Brock Lesnar defeats Roman Reigns, but he drops the top. And then, wait a minute, let me rephrase that. Brock Lesnar defeats Roman Reigns. If you remember, he defeated The Rock for the world title at at SummerSlam, almost like 20 years ago. He left with Stephanie McMahon and became the SmackDown only champion. I don't think Brock Lesnar is really cool with being there if Vince ain't there. Like, if he ain't there, I'm out. But I'm going to do this and honor this shit here. Brock Lesnar defeats Roman Reigns for the title. Austin Theory comes and tries to cash in, and he fails to cash in. And then Brock Lesnar drops the titles, and he leaves.
This is something that you can see possibly happening.
Okay. Because the key word here is reset.
Okay.
I think the company, if this is going to be now Triple H's creative and Stephanie and Nick Khan's company, they need a reset.
What better place to do it?
What better place to do it? And they need something to shock the crowd. You can't just be like, all right, we taking over and then everything just, you really need something that's going to shock the crowd. And honestly, in this case, Austin Theory becoming the champ, cashing in at SummerSlam is not that.
Yeah.
But what will be shocking is Brock Lesnar winning the title and saying, I don't need this shit, I'm out.
Okay, let me ask you this. Regardless of if that happens or don't happen, is Austin Theory cashing in?
I think he's gonna cash in. He's gonna fail.
So you think he's gonna be part of the 15% that don't cash in successfully?
Yeah, and it's about time for that to happen too, because it's been a couple of years. It's about time to see another one.
Yeah, I think the last one we saw was Baron Corbin.
Yeah, yep, but the thing about it is I also believe that, but at the same time, I also believe that Austin Theory is one of the future faces of the company. So it's not going to be something that
that's going to hurt him.
It's going to hurt him. I think he's one of the future faces of the company. Him, Riddick Moss, Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes are 4 people that I look at as being the future of the WWE. When it's 2030, when Trey Ass is about to go into high school, he gonna be talking about wrestling and everything. He's gonna look at those people, and those are gonna be people that they are talking about. So,
okay.
And I also believe that if you watch Raw last night, it was basically the first hour shitting on Austin Theory. That's part of the reason why I'm thinking what I'm thinking here, because you don't do that. You do that to see what people are about and how the people are going to react. And if people were reacting to Austin Theory shitting on Buddy Ass too with it, I think Austin Theory is going to be okay.
Mhm.
But if it was me running the shit, the title will be vacant at the end of SummerSlam.
Okay.
You have to give somebody the shot. You
Okay.
have to shock somebody. You have to shock the crowd. You can't just Roman Reigns wins. It's expected. No, and it's a last man standing match too. Like,
Okay.
no, man, you got to give them something. If you don't, it is what it is.
Well,
So,
when it comes to
go ahead.
wrestling, Bang be knowing. So
Oh yeah.
I could see that would be dope if you call it just like that.
Right. And I
Or
do have
SummerSlam.
one more thing, actually. I do have one more thing. My bad. Gonna end off this show because in one of our first shows and one of our biggest shows was
Hey,
Mike.
before we
Go
move
ahead.
on, before you do that, Sasha and Naomi, where are we at with
Oh,
that?
they at the crib.
Are they coming back? Is
They
Sasha
at the crib.
released? Is Naomi like what are we doing? Is Vince retiring? Does that affect where they are?
Nah, I don't think that affects shit. I really don't think that affects shit. To me, it doesn't affect shit. Part of the reason why I don't think it affects shit is that Sasha Banks will be a bigger star outside of the WWE once she decides to do what she's gonna do. I think she is one of the few people that could become a bigger star outside of the WWE than inside of the WWE. It's two people that I put that on, and that's Sasha Banks and that's Bianca Belair. I've also said on First Black Champ that Bianca Belair is a script away from being this generation's Pam Grier. She's a script away from it. I don't foresee Bianca Belair in the WWE in 5 years, and she's young enough to be there, talented enough to be there. But she's a script away from being this generation's Pam Grier. Somebody's gonna look and be like, you know what, we got to get her in a role, in an action role, and she's gonna be this generation's female black action star. You can bank that. All it is she's a script away, G. I stand on that, and that's me speaking highly on both of them. Okay. Naomi is a different story though. Her family, because of her marriage, is in the business. I can foresee Naomi taking a break and then eventually coming back. But I don't foresee Sasha Banks in the WWE ring. But never say never. But I don't foresee that because I look at her like The Rock and Batista. She's a Marvel role away from being out of here.
Say less.
She's out of here. All right.
Real quick. Bayley. Where we at with Bayley?
Oh, Bayley be back at SummerSlam.
My wife said that she waited. My wife
she will be.
She's actually
she's in Nashville.
She's all right.
She will be in Nashville.
She was at Money in the Bank too. We thought she was gonna bust a move there.
Yeah. No. My prediction is that she's going to be around. You're gonna know who's gonna be the next opponent for her. Right. And I think the next opponent for Liv Morgan is Bayley.
Proceed, buddy.
Right. So before we go, man, one of our earlier episodes, one of my favorite episodes still is when Mike shitted on Tupac.
To Me Against the World?
Yeah, shit on Me Against the World.
Okay.
Well, he's not necessarily shitting on Tupac, but there's somebody who basically said, hey, I ain't really feel Tupac and Biggie like that. In fact, I'll read exactly what this person said when asked about the Tupac versus Biggie debate. And that person is Black Eyed Peas frontman will.i.am. Okay. Sat down with an interview with Hip Hop Confessions where he gave a nice little hot take. And I know because how people feel about these people, they ain't like it. It asks if you have a preference between Biggie and Pac. And this is what he said. He said, like, when people say Tupac and Biggie, I am such a Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul head that I don't like Tupac and Biggie. That kind of music don't speak to my spirit. I like Boogie Down Productions. KRS-One. I like, if it's like Biggie or Tupac or Biggie, it's KRS-One. Why those two? If it's Pac and Biggie, I don't hold them up like that. I hold Eric B and Rakim like that. Tupac's dope, don't get me wrong. It's not like I don't think he's dope. I spoke to the project. I mean, it spoke to the projects. My escape was De La Tribe out the projects. It took me out the projects while I was still in the projects. So basically, his argument is simply that wasn't for him. He liked the native tongues more than he liked the gangster rap. Now, people, of course, don't like when people give you opinions on Pac and Big that don't equate to I like Biggie better than Pac or Pac better than Big. But clearly, Will and I was one of those kids that didn't want to hear nobody talking about certain things because he wanted to get away from that lifestyle. With that being said, how do you feel about Will and I's comments, especially the way you feel about Me Against the World?
All right. I think I retracted my Me Against the World statement. I kind of clarified, but we're not
You
going to go
did.
back. Check the archives on that episode. But anyway, I respect that take. I'm not mad at that. I don't think he's the first person I ever heard have that kind of mindset when it came to Tupac and Biggie. I mean, different strokes for different folks. I get it. I mean, the type of music that will.i.am makes, the kind of artist that he is, that don't shock me. That the people that he named are his inspirations and the music that he saying he gravitated to. That doesn't shock me at all. I don't take that as any hate towards B.I.G. or Tupac.
Yeah, it's not hate.
I don't see that as like slander or anything like that. I don't think he said anything wrong. It's a respectable take. I get it. I understand. That doesn't shock me at all. So I'm not
to
answer your question. No, I'm not mad at it, or I understand. I get it.
I'm not gonna lie, it kind of shocked me. I mean, I respect the take because, as you know, we have a shirt that says what you listen to don't make what I listen to don't make you bop.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all go ahead and cop that.
For sure.
I respect the take. I guess what I look at it is Big was the fun rapper out of the two.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, yeah, Biggie gave you Machine Gun Funk and Niggas Bleed and all of those things, but he also gave you One More Chance. He gave you Hypnotize. He gave you fun songs.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, damn.
And early Pac was, well, I'm gonna say he had a couple fun records too, though.
Yeah,
I Get Around.
And Pac gave you, I mean, I don't like blanket statements no more.
Yeah.
I think that's what get people caught up when you make blanket statements, because you have some people that would then look at Will and I and be like, yo, Pac he did give us fun records, fam. And then he gave us thought-provoking records like Brenda's Got a Baby and Keep Your Head Up.
Mm-hmm.
Biggie gave you fun songs. But then I look at De La Soul and Tribe and then all those acts like that, Queen Latifah and Jungle Brothers and things of that nature. Some of them was more gangster than some of the gangster rappers of the day. So it's like, yo, we rap like this, but we'll beat your ass. Like I'm gonna go on record as saying is that one rap group that I don't think you really wanted to fuck with in a fight is De La Soul.
KRS-One and Boogie Down Productions, wasn't they like on the one of their album covers like holding machine guns?
Yeah, but
like
no, I think if there was like a fight that went down, and like if it was like a battle royal, some type of shit that went down,
De La
Soul would be one of the favorites to me. So when you say speak to my soul, sometimes you got to watch what's speaking to your soul. I'm not saying that De La Soul and company I'm not saying that those three guys were bad people. I'm not saying that. It's just when you say something like that to some people, not to me, but to some people, it makes it sound like you're saying that those groups are over Pac and Big because they rapped a certain way.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I'm saying that is because that's been a lot of people's argument over some people, like over certain rappers for years. Like, oh man, you like Backpack. They use that now to this day when it comes to like backpack rap compared to like a drill or just gangster rap in general. Like, oh man, y'all ain't playing that real hip hop. That hip hop where it's knowledge. It's about knowledge of self and all of those things. You're listening to Young Jeezy sell drugs to the community and all of those things. That's when you say it in that way. That might not be what he's saying, but that's how some people would take it. And when they take it in that way, they take it and they run with it. It's like, oh man, That's why the government had a meeting with all the label heads, and they said they wanted this type of rapper. Crazy Bone said that meeting happened for real. Yeah, so they eased out the De La Souls and the Tribe Called Quest and gave us this gangster rap and this Big and Pac and DMX and yada 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 yada.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens when you say it in the way that he said it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got these extra thirsty ass hip hop heads who kill everything that ain't what they love,
Mm-hmm.
will take and run with.
Mm-hmm.
Now, mind you, people forget Black Eyed Peas was first signed to Ruthless Records. That's the home of Eazy-E now.
Mm-hmm.
So he's seen
Damn,
certain.
for real?
Yes.
Eazy-E signed the Black Eyed Peas?
I don't know if Eazy-E signed them, but Ruthless Records was once the home of the Black Eyed Peas.
Okay.
And you listen to that early work,
Yeah.
Joints and Jams, and not before Fergie got in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
They were real ultra band hip hop, boom, boom, boom. So I get it. It's just that people run with that little narrative about certain music and everything, and it doesn't help when you say it in the way that he said it.
Mm-hmm.
But I respect this opinion because I'm not an Eazy-E person.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not an Eazy-E NWA person. But I'm a DJ Quick person.
Yeah.
I don't like certain people, and I'm not going to like them just because it's cool. And I think a lot of us, to keep it a buck, grew up fake liking people just because it was cool.
Yeah.
And now you older, you like, man, I ain't really fuck with that like that, man. Like we talked about it on the show about who is what. Like, the only reason why I got frustrated right here because now it's an article on the front page of the Chicago Tribune where they was talking about the Jacksonville Jaguars could be is linked to being in Chicago. And it's funny because I don't know if they know that the Bears would have to approve another team coming into the market, which they would, but that team would be approved if they share the cost of the Arlington Heights Stadium that's coming. Ain't nobody playing on the goddamn Soldier Field no more, fam. That shit's dead, man. That shit's dead. The Chicago Jaguars.
Jaguars. I don't like
that shit. That shit would be in Arlington. I'm gonna read a quote from the Chicago from NBC5. I'm gonna read this quote because I think it's something that people just see. Oh, it's another team, and they use it as a quote. They said a massive stumbling block to such proposal would be an NFL rule that would require the Bears to sign off on another team moving into the market. Teams have veto power on allowing teams to move or expand into their designated market. Yeah. And the Bears could either veto that possibility outright or could try to convince any new team to share their stadium in Arlington Heights instead. So basically, hey, you want to come to Chicago, Jacksonville? Let's go ahead and split the cost of this Arlington Heights Stadium. Let's get this state-of-the-art out here.
Yeah.
And do like the Rams and the Chargers and the Jets and the Giants are doing.
Hey, that little blueprint of what Soldier Field look like with the little, all the extra shit added to it. Look kind of fire.
It did, but it's too late.
Yeah, too late. But
it's
it looks fire.
But you know what's funny is, and we was about to dip, but I gotta say this. You know what was funny is, and this is why I love Chicago fans in general, is that there was a lot of Chicago fans that was like, oh man, I wouldn't mind the second team being here. And that second team is the team who's having stadium issues right now and having issues bringing people into said stadium is the Jacksonville Jaguars. Fam, The Jacksonville Jaguars suck, and they've sucked for a while. Y'all want two terrible teams in Chicago?
Jacksonville, sit tight, baby. Trevor Lawrence is the savior. That man gonna have a breakout year. Y'all gonna win. Y'all gonna win 8-9 games this year, bro.
Y'all want two Huff teams out here in Chicago? I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
Oh man.
I'm just asking.
Hey, bro. That's what. Hey.
I just really
what
want to know.
What city don't want two football teams, whether they garbage or good or not? Who cares? Who cares? But Jacksonville, sit tight, bro. Y'all got something there. Y'all got something. Stick with Sunshine. Okay? He's going to be good. Stick with that. He's going to be something for y'all.
Like that.
In 2-3 years, y'all going to be all right. Just hold tight, okay? Hold tight. Y'all going to be all right. Don't come here. Don't come here.
Hey,
got
like
going on down there. Sit tight.
Right, man. Like y'all really want the Jacksonville Jaguars in Chicago?
They got some fire jerseys, though. You know the Jaguar, bro. Come on now, that's a fierce mascot right there, bro. Who wouldn't want a Jaguar in their city, bro? Jaguars, bro. You see their cars, Jaguar cars, nice as fuck, bro.
That's going to be in Chicago.
A Jaguar, bro. Chicago Jaguars, fam. That should sound fierce, dog. You know,
fam. I'm gonna say this one more time.
Kind of sexy.
I'm gonna say this one more time, fam. Y'all really want the Jacksonville Jaguars?
Yeah, bro.
The Jacksonville Jaguars.
Trevor Lawrence, bro. He Sunshine,
we that thirsty.
Bro.
Look. I get it. I get it. Don't get me wrong. Like, you know, y'all. First of all, and see, we were supposed to end the pod, Mike. But see, now I gotta. Let me do this in a minute or less, Mike. I don't give a damn about Soldier Field, and you shouldn't give a damn about Soldier Field as well. Why shouldn't you give a wait a minute? Why shouldn't you give a damn about Soldier Field as well? Because it took the Chicago Bears. It took the city of Chicago years to even fix that bitch up. The stadium that the stadium should be at is McCormick Place. Go look up McDome. But Richard M. Daley finessed this shit and gave us that damn spaceship. We gonna get a state-of-the-art stadium in Arlington Heights. And y'all worried about the Jaguars, fam? So let me ask this question for people who live in Cook County, because I don't live in Cook County. Let me say this. I don't live in Cook County. So it ain't up on me. Y'all willing to pay taxes for Soldier Field and the Arlington Stadium? Taxes in Chicago is already high. And they're going to ask Cook County residents to help pay for the Arlington Heights Stadium. And then they're going to ask you to help pay for Soldier Field. So y'all down for paying for two? There's a reason why the Jets and the Giants share stadium, and there's a reason why the Chargers and the Rams share stadium. You want to know why? Taxes and money. We go in together. So if Khan, who does do a lot of business out in Chicago, because AEW Wrestling is in Chicago like every 4 days.
Yeah,
they here all the goddamn time. He do a lot of business here, him and his son.
Yeah.
But if y'all really Chicago, if y'all really like, yo, them Jaguars though, man, you know, love to see them Jaguars in Chicago.
That's gonna be a fire jersey.
Boy, man, y'all, I want the drugs. Y'all smoking. If you thrilled to get the Jacksonville Jaguars in Chicago.
Touch up the logo a little bit. Give it a new color. Give it some pop.
No, Mike. No.
With Trevor Lawrence at the forefront.
Mike.
I ain't mad at y'all, Chicago. I ain't mad.
Hey, man. Jacksonville Jaguars lucky they here, fam. Jacksonville Jaguars lucky they're here. That tells you something about Chicago, man. I love my city to death, but if y'all celebrating the possible look of the Jacksonville Jaguars moving into Chicago and the Soldier Field, man, y'all. I pray for y'all, fam.
And for the record, I'm just talking shit. I don't give a fuck about
I know you talking shit because you feel the same way I feel. You feel the Jacksonville Jaguars?
I'm talking shit.
We thrilled about the Jacksonville Jaguars, fam?
Yeah. I do believe Trevor Lawrence is going to be all right, though. So.
I feel he's going to be all right, too.
I feel like he could.
But the Jacksonville Jaguars, fam?
Yeah,
nah, G. Yeah. Nah, fam. Nope. Not at all. We beat the Jacksonville Jaguars 41-17 the last time we played them, fam. Nah, we good. We good. Now, if I'm Lori Lightfoot, we got to get something here. But no, not them. Don't ask the Chargers to move, fam. Ask the Chargers, like, hey, go look at the Chargers. They got Justin Herbert and a good ass team. Go ask the Chargers, like, hey, y'all want your own stadium? Y'all want your own stadium? Not the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Good luck getting a West Coast team to move to the Midwest. That ain't. But I feel you though.
And you shouldn't want no Florida team to move too.
I wouldn't. Man, I wouldn't understand why a Florida team would want to move up here.
Man, look.
Why would y'all want it?
Look, I'm gonna look Chicago dead in the eye. If you really look, don't let Lori Lightfoot send y'all ass off. If y'all was mad at the Chicago Bears not winning the Super Bowl since 1985,
y'all really gonna
get a team that's only been to 2 AFC championship games in their lifetime, and they've only really been successful twice. The
Jaguars never made it to the Super Bowl.
No.
Wasn't Mark Brunell the quarterback and they made it to the Super Bowl?
AFC Championship. They made it in their second year of existence, I think it was.
No, they didn't go to the Super Bowl. Are you sure?
They went to the AFC Championship game, fam.
Let me Google this shit real quick.
They went to the Jacksonville Jaguars have never been to the Super Bowl, fam. Them, Detroit, never been to the Super Bowl. They have only been successful. They've only had mild success in their life, fam. They came in at the same time as the Carolina Panthers, who did go to the Super Bowl twice.
All right, just make sure.
Jacksonville Jaguars are the Vancouver Grizzlies in this, fam. You got the Toronto Raptors, you got the Vancouver Grizzlies, fam. That's what the Jacksonville Jaguars is in this situation. You're going to get what you asked for, Lori Lightfoot. One huff-ass team is going to come to Chicago.
The Detroit Lions never been in the Super Bowl?
No, fam.
Damn.
No.
That's crazy.
It's like a handful of teams that's never been to the Super Bowl.
The Jacksonville Jaguars, the Houston Texans, the Cleveland Browns.
Yep.
The Cleveland Browns never been to the Super Bowl.
They went to the NFL championship game before the Super Bowl.
That's crazy.
They've never been.
Jacksonville, Cleveland, Detroit, and the Houston Texans are the 4 NFL teams that have never been to the Super Bowl.
And y'all want one of those teams. Lori Lightfoot want one of those teams to come to Chicago.
That's crazy.
It'll be wild as hell. This shit, all these people be mad than a motherfucker. We sit up and got this huff-ass team. All they do is jag. Yeah, you right. They the Jaguars, all right. All they do is jag.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the Chicago, but they can come to Arlington and help out. They can help out. Like this will not be a Lakers Clippers situation where the Lakers was like, man, y'all can play up here.
Yeah.
We own it, but y'all can play up here. Y'all
ain't the Clippers getting their own stadium this year, right?
Yes, they are. And with baseball and basketball, you're not likely at least in the case of what we saw with the Lakers and the Clippers. You don't see the Knicks and the Brooklyn Nets sharing the stadium. Like you don't see that right there. But yeah, like this is, come on, man. The Chicago Jaguars, are y'all kidding me, fam? And y'all will welcome that shit? Come on, man. Don't want crap just because you want something new, fam. Don't want crap because you want something new. Let's go ahead and get out here, man. You got any hot takes before we dip?
No hot takes before we go, though. I want to say this. when you had posted up, I know you told me to watch Stranger Things.
Yeah.
And I did. And I had peeped when you posted, you said Stranger Things might need to enter the top 5. I just want to say that after finishing Stranger Things, great ass show, and that shit is top 5. That shit is top 5. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Let me tell you something, bro. I'm not really big on like sci-fi, like science fiction and all that shit like that. Like, you know, and I knew when going into the show that I was gonna see some wild ass shit. But that show is more than just science fiction, bro. Let me tell y'all something about that show, fam. That's the first show that I was emotionally attached to since Sons of Anarchy. That Sons of Anarchy is the first TV show I've ever been like emotionally attached to a show and to characters, to shit that was going on. That show, bro, right there, fam, fuck me up, fam. That is great ass television right there. Okay, you might look at it and see like, oh my god, it's some wild freaky shit.
These kids, but, and all this shit.
Those kids, those are our kids. Like those kids, like I love those kids like they my own, bro. Like my own, bro. And I knew it was the episode. I text Bang too. I texted him and I told him, I said, bro, this damn episode, fam. This is when I knew the Dear Billy episode when what you call it got rose in the fucking air, bro. And I thought she was gonna die.
Using them motherfucker like
Mad Max, bro. I was like, in that damn song. Shout out to Kate Bush, who's in the fucking top 5 in the Hot 100, bro, for a song that came out a long time ago, bro. 85. But yeah, bro, I just want to say that, you know what I'm saying? When you said that, in your post, that shit is solidified, bro. Stranger Things is the top 5 television show, bro. And I can't wait to watch that shit again. And I can't wait to season 5, bro. But that show, yeah, watching that shit, bro, me and my wife, that shit fucked us up. My wife, she's scary. But she like
I'm trying to get
she watched it, but she don't like to, she'll cover her eyes when certain shit's happening.
I'm gonna say this now, and I'm gonna say it loud enough. I'm so mad at Miriam. Miriam had me up there watching some damn show on Netflix talking about death, but don't want to see Stranger Things. I don't get it.
See, and you different. I don't watch any shows without watching them with my wife. I make her watch anything I watch. You're better than
I be trying. Like that. I want to go see Nope. She like Nope. Cause
I heard that's a Nope anyway. So yeah.
Well, no, I
understand though.
You gotta. I'm not saying you gotta be smart to get those movies. I will never say that, but you gotta be in tune with his thinking to get it. But some people be like, I don't need to do all that to like a movie. Hey, I like Get Out. I like Us, and I'm sure I'm gonna like Nope. But she don't want to go see that with me. Okay. Speaking of TV shows, I have been on a New York undercover kick.
I see that.
They've added it to Prime. Fam, New York, there's 3 things. 1, New York undercover needs to come back. Malik Yoba needs to be the captain.
He needs to reprise his role.
Or he just needs to be the daddy who don't want his son to become a cop. Because
Junior.
Because
Junior from My Wife and Kids, his son in that show, right?
Yes. G should be a cop because there's 2 instances. G and Simone, played by Naomi Campbell, made a deal. She ain't kidnapped me. You tell him my daddy ain't shoot Ice-T. 2, Ice-T is one of the greatest TV villains in the 90s. It was solidified by me watching these episodes. Danny Court is a top 10 90s villain. 3, while G should be a cop and Torres is dead, so either J.C. Williams could just be his daddy, giving him some advice, and somebody else be the police chief, maybe Moreno, or not chief, but captain or whatever. With that being said, they the best, worst cops ever. JC got people killed. Torres got people killed. Torres into the deal with his dad, like he got his daddy out of a situation, and he worked with the mob to get Giancarlo Esposito dead. Adolfo. Like they are the best, worst cops ever. That show, however, to me, it. I have not stopped watching it, and I plan on watching all of the episodes until Torres died.
You funny as
Because
hell. But
after
they showing that shit on BET, man. They've been showing it on BET for the past few months. I think they
Yeah,
but I haven't really watched it.
I'm
but,
watching
yeah, but
it
you watching it, but
commercial-free.
you watch it commercial free with all
And,
the
like
unedited shit.
I'm gonna watch it till Torres die, and I'm not gonna watch it after that because I remember them episodes with Tommy from Martin. Them shits was terrible. It had to get canceled. They fucked it up.
Yeah.
But this show is the reason why Law and Order exists. And Law and Order has been on TV forever. So New York Undercover can come back. George Gore Jr. or George Gore III ain't got to be the cop here. He ain't got to be the lead here. But somebody needs to be the cops here. And they need to bring the show back, man. The fashion, I need one of them Tommy jackets, G. I don't know how JC was running in Tim's catching perps.
Yeah.
And the music sometimes that they played while they were chasing after perps. Tootsie Roll was playing while they was chasing somebody. I was dying, fam. I'm watching New York Undercover.
How many
they
seasons
start
did it
chasing?
have?
I think it's 5.
Okay.
But they was chasing somebody and Tootsie Roll came on. I was like, why is Tootsie Roll on and they chasing a perp? It's not even chasing music. It's like, oh, go get him. Let me see your Tootsie Roll. Tootsie Roll. Hey, I'm like, why is it a chase scene with this song?
Oh my God.
Like, some of the music for chase songs was like, why? Like, Return to the Mac is playing and they chasing somebody. Like, why? Why are we chasing somebody?
Oh my
It's
God.
very funny to watch now. They are the best worst cops ever, but they need to bring this show back. If Law and Order could be on for this amount of years, and have so many versions of the show,
that's facts.
New York Undercover can come back.
That's facts. Put
that shit on Hulu.
That's facts.
Put it on. All the best shows is damn near on FX. New York Undercover, new version of it, Hulu, FX, right after Atlanta.
That's facts.
Let's do it.
That's facts.
Malik Yoba get a job, and G should be a cop. I'm telling y'all.
That's crazy.
So end us off, Mike.
Subdue Pod, man. Rate, like, subscribe. Make sure you join the community on Facebook. # Subdue Pod. Make sure you follow us on Facebook at Subdue. Follow us on IG at Subdue Pod. On Twitter at Subdue Pod. At Mike B_CHR. At JR Bang. Make sure y'all cop that merch. Make sure if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, make sure you rate us on there. Make sure you drop a comment on there. And on YouTube, The What Digital. Make sure you like the videos that we post on YouTube and follow us on Twitch, The What Digital, and all of that shit, man. Yeah, that's it, man. It's out. We out of here. We back.
Wait a minute, that's Cubana Lust.
Now I know about Cubana Lust. What you talking about, bro?
I'll send it to you.
What about Cubana Lust, bro?
I'll tag you in it.